Well, here we are on Canada Day in Victoria Park here in the Town Hall in Milton, and with me is Jim Smart. Jim, if you'd be so kind maybe to share some of those later moments, maybe just share with the public out there what you've been involved in, especially those war years as I've just alluded to. Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Smart.
Thank you very much. How's everybody doing on this Canada Day?
Hey, great. Jim.
Everybody happy? Good. A lot of happy people? I guess there are. Oh, well. Should we all be happy because we're still alive. Thank God. The only thing I think about is the ones that have passed away. That's why I never got involved with too many guys in the Army. I didn't want to have good friends because I knew the next day they might be dead. So that's what somebody asked me yesterday. Is there any friends? He's taking a trip to Italy. And he said, is there any graves you want me to visit? I said, no. I said, I was a sergeant, and I didn't get too involved with fellas because they could be with you today and dead tomorrow. So then you've lost a friend, so why have one in the first place? You know, it's terrible. Join the age at young age.
Now, Jim, what I want to know, am I a friend of yours?
I'll have to think about that for a minute.
Now, on the lighter side, Jim, as I was asking there before, and I know you've seen some very, very serious, tough stuff in your years in the service. But did you ever pull any pranks on any of your senior officers when you were in the service? Now, this is a time really to come clean.
Yes.
Let's hear about that.
I remember us putting a grenade in the officer's can one day. A couple of the officers we didn't like, so we figured we'd give them a little scare. It scared him all right, blew him right off the toilet bowl. But he'd never come back to the regiment anyway. I don't know where the hell he went to. He went somewhere else, or they shipped him somewhere else. But anyway, we had our good days and our bad days. There was lots of good days, more good days than bad days, because the bad days you try to forget.
Now, Jim, if you wouldn't mind sharing with the public out there where you did some of your service and the length of time that you were in the service there. I know you were in there for a long time. Just by look of those medals there, share with the public out there some of your experience.
I went in the Army in 1941, Camp Borden, the only place to take me. I was underage, but it was either the Army or go to jail. So I figured I'd go to the Army. So I done my basic training and everything in Camp Borden, and I got shipped to England. I turned my 16th birthday, was on a ship going over. And I spent 4 or 5 years in England, Sicily, Italy, up back over into Normandy, up into France and Germany. When I come out, had a job in the police force for 3 years. Then I joined the Army again in 1950. Volunteered to go to Korea. Gone there for 2 years. I was never home half the time. My first wife didn't know where I was or who I was. My kids grew up without me. But I was around having a good time. Then when I got out of the Army, I wanted to be young again. You can't do it. Once those years are gone, they're gone. But other than that, I enjoyed myself. And I'd like to take a trip back to Italy.
What about those Italian girls there and that good wine and cheese?
Mamma mia, the wine and cheese was good. The girls weren't too bad. A little on the heavy side, some of them, but...
How about you? Have you had the odd glass of wine in Italy?
Yeah, a glass of wine? No, jugs of wine. Yeah, not glasses. You don't drink out of a glass, you drink out of the jug. You do it the old-fashioned way.
Thank you very much for sharing some of those stories with us. And again, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, Jim has not only served in the Second World War, but in the Korean War as well. There's probably not many Canadians that have done that. I know that there's a number of them that served in two wars, or conflicts sometimes, as people will refer to them. But Jim, thank you very much for being out, sharing with us, and helping us celebrate Canada Day here in Milton, Victoria Park. I'm going to ask Patty Thompson, who is the president of Branch 136, just if she would mind sharing a thought or a word or two about what Legion members and veterans are all about. Patty Thompson, welcome.
Thank you, Gord. I'd just like to say to Milton, all Miltonians, Happy Canada Day. And I am very proud to be president of Branch 136 in Milton and be in the company of our distinguished veterans as Jim and Albert and Cliff and Casey. I'm sorry, Casey. We have an awful lot that we need to say thank you to our veterans for, and I am very proud to be a veteran's daughter and very proud to keep the flame of freedom alive and well in Canada and in Milton. So again, Happy Canada Day.
To all the veterans, and especially you, Jim and Albert, and our president of Branch 136, thanks for being part of this Canada Day celebrations here in Milton. Thank you, and have a great day.